Hey, my name is PolishLynx, and welcome to Cateau, which means something in French, but I honestly didn't research what exactly it means, so let's just go to the game. How to play? Name? What? Click anywhere to continue. I'm a genius. What is your name? Well, obviously, you know. Wait, we are playing as a male or female in this game? Because if as a female I should go with Artoria, I guess. Anyway. Or Natalie, as I choose to. A lot of times. Anyway, Paris is truly a sight to behold. Honestly, because I've heard from a lot of people, it's not worth visiting. It's better to go in some areas around this. But great, I can use space. God, I can get used to it, even having lived here for most of my life. Damn it. The Seine parting the city into the smell of baked goods in the morning and the buildings filled with history. Even so, living here alone would maybe be a bit mundane, but I don't have to. I share an apartment with my old friend Roselle, who studies veterinary medicine of some sort. I don't get to spend much time with her, as my job's working the evening shift at a small newspaper. Speaking of which, I ought to let her know that I'll be heading to the office for the night in a bit. Wow, what a mess. Even my room doesn't look like that bad. I think. I knock on her door, waiting a few seconds before entering. Alright. Main menu. Leave. New game. Sure, I know how it works. Let's go with this name, Natalie. God damn it. For those who don't know why I choose the name Natalie, because some of you might remember, my parents were supposed to name daughter Natalie if I had one, but somehow they have a son. Anyway, hey Ro, how are you doing? I'm alright, Natalie, and you? All good. Just wanted to let you know I'll be leaving for work in a few. Ask about school, ask about the day. So, what have you been up to? Not much. Wait. This is Roche. School? Yeah. Work from home. Ask if she wants to go somewhere this weekend. Ask if I can help pick up her. Okay, that would be rude. This one. You know what? It's really nice outside and we haven't gone out for a coffee together. We should totally do this weekend when we're both free. Well, it's been a while. You know you want to, some fresh air will feel nice. Maybe I might have to study, so no promises. She glanced at the clock above the door behind me. Shouldn't you be going soon? You've been up late in not too long, right? I'm good on time actually, but it might be time to break it off. You might be right, I'm off then. Nice plans by the way. I'll pass by the baker's too. Bye. Okay, that room looks nice. I leave her to her own and head for the door. Before leaving, I pat my pockets, realizing that I'm forgetting something. Ro, have you seen my keys? The ones with the cork? Have you looked in the kitchen? I check and find them on the countertop. I always forget to check there. Good thing she still keeps tabs on me, even if things are different now. Thanks, bye. Man, how lucky am I to have a view like this going to work. I'd say you have 5 points out of thousands in luck. I think to myself as my feet patter against the rounded stones of the old towpath. In the shade by the wall I spot a cat, looking every bit as scruffy as the water looks serene. Oh, Roselle would love this if she were here. She always used to chase after cats, patiently gain their trust and befriend them, like some kind of cat whisperer. When they were successful, which was almost always, she'd memorize the occasion by having a picture taken, like a big game hunter of old, posing with the quarry, whatever. I kind of miss that side of her. Maybe a picture of my own would remind her of the good old days. The thought stopped me in my tracks, and I studied the cat in question. It's just sitting there, gazing off the water as if saying, "Yep, I rolled the slides." Which, in fairness, is probably did by the looks of things. Really? I would say no. Looking at the time, I noticed that I have plenty of it. I could at least try to get her a picture. What could possibly go wrong after all, but how should I approach? Let you know that you're there and close in carefully. Sneak up! No, this one. Better take it slow there. Slow and steady wins the race, and after all, I'm not in the sorcerer's cat whisper, Roselle. I would hate to spook it now, from what was clearly even to me a favorite spot of theirs. Not that this cat looks particularly skittish, it has very well proud bearing. Huh? Am I the only one not seeing that? Hello there, kitty! I speak softly while closing the distance. When I'm merely a few meters away, it gives me a casual glance out of the corner of its eye. I get the idea and stop. Satisfied with my response, it resumes watching over the still water. I could easily just take a picture of the cat's back and call it day, but my professional pride berates me for even considering such a notion. It may not be the cattiest cat in the world, but I will get a good photo one way or another. Wait for the right one to toss rock, close the distance. This one? The cat seems to rather enjoy the view of the water. Ever so slowly I walk up to the edge, maintaining a respectful distance to the cat and sitting down with my legs crossed. The late summer setting sun shrouding the city in a pink glow, not even the faintest breeze disrupting the mirror-like surface of the water. I glance at the cat, it's basking in the sun with closed eyes, savoring the warmth. The moment is here. With careful deliberate ones, I fish my phone out of my pocket and lean in for a picture. The picture perfectly captures the serenity of the scene. Not wishing to disturb the cat any longer, I get up and walk away. Lemon phone. The reply comes through so fast it feels like I got it before I even sent the message. That's a gorgeous photo! That cat looks like a stray. How do you manage to get so close? Tell me! I just took my time with it. I took a page from your book. Got a learn from the best. Ah, the best. Wouldn't go that far, but thanks. Did it take long to get to that point? It really didn't seem to mind me being in a vicinity as long as it could keep track of me, and I did nothing hasty. Strays are often kinda chill if you don't bother them. Be careful, they can be unpredictable. Kinda got that vibe, yeah, I'll be. Almost forgot, thanks for the picture. I think I'll make that my new home screen on my phone. Good chat, Ro, but I need to hurry up now. Lost more time than I thought. Here. Okay, I have no choice, do I? Gotta be able to pay that for that apartment, right? Work went by as usual and it was over in no time. Yeah, lucky you, because mine takes forever always. Down is looking around the corner as I'm heading for the bakery. All the little shops are closed, but the bakers are already at their battle stations, churning out their goods for the breakfast rush and the coming day. Thanks to having friends in high places, also known as the owner, I'm allowed to sneak in through the back door and get my grubby hands on bread early. Roselle said she didn't want any, but I'll get her some just in case she changes her mind. Besides, you can never have too much bread. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Oh, as I leave the bakery with my precious baked goodness, I notice a cardboard box next to the door, which apparently is the residence of a charmingly fat cat sleeping inside. Well, this cat clearly has a lot to it. Clearly it's been cared for to some extent, as the floor is draped with a cozy-looking blanket and someone's made it a little roof to keep the rain out. Is it a new tenant on the street, or am I selectively blind and it's always been here? I can't recall. Looking around, the nearby area is strangely littered with glass jars too. Inspired by the success of the earlier cat encounter, I decided to add to win further glory by attaining second triumphal moment, one to make Rogel the cat whisperer proud. I dropped my bag and crouched down next to a sleeping cat, or what I thought was a sleeping cat. It opens an eye and looks down at me lazily. How do I save? I can't save? What the heck? Cheats. Wait. Alright, cat, make your move. I say with the exaggerated voice of a movie gunslinger, waiting to let the cat take the first action, not wishing to pressure it in any way. In a shocking display of Herculean effort, the cat opens a second eye and looks at me with steady gaze. I can't help but to feel like it's trying to assess me. Playing along for quite a laugh, to myself I strike pose, showing my good side. Well, if such a thing exists. A few seconds pass before it gets up, lacking any semblance of urgency. It jumps down with the grace of a drunken baboon, landing on its feet seemingly more by blunt luck than any skill on its part. It comes over to me, rubbing up against my legs with a quiet purr. Well, aren't you a friendly little thing? Giving it a few pats along the back before I go, I start to make my way home to that bed which I am longing for. At least, that was the theory. A very persistent furry friend demands more attention, constantly getting in my way, protesting my attempts to leave very efficiently indeed. I can deny that it's a very charming thing. As it is, I can't really get a good shot of the cat. It's either at the bed angle or too close to the camera. I need to gain some space. Push the cat away, stand up, try the selfie camera. Risky, but let's do it, maybe? Maybe I don't need to create distance. I fumble with my pocket as I continue petting the cat with the other hand. In the position I'm sitting, it's difficult to get it out of my pocket and the struggle for a moment. Finally, I prevail against these insurmountable odds. Place the camera in front of us and snap a bunch of photos, hoping that at least one wouldn't be a blurry mess of a disaster. Nice mustache, by the way. I go through them quickly and there is one close-up picture of the cat's face that didn't end up looking like the photo was taken from inside a tumble dryer. It will have to make do. A few more cuddles later, I managed to extricate myself from the situation and start off in the direction of the home. While perhaps not the best interaction of my part, this picture turned out kind of great. Wow, how did you manage to take this one? After many trials and tribulations, I managed to nab it in the end. That and approximately 42,372 others that turned out rubbish, but that's beside the point. I bet. Do you get along well? Kind of. Not bad. Not great. I don't think. I was thinking of trying to feed it. That could work, just don't give it raw fish or something that could make it sick. What? Cat sick from fish? I didn't know. Don't worry, I won't. What a day. Keychain rattling in my hand, I unlock the door, shutting behind me. Dumping the bag on the floor by the wall and trotting on over to the kitchen for a bite to eat before bed. I trundle past Rose's door. Shut as always. Just a faint blue light clicking into the door frame. She must be on the laptop again. Finally arriving at the counter, I have myself a few pieces of fresh loaf, before drank myself in the living room and to the TV. Flopping the couch, I watch whatever happens to be on, lazily munching away. There's a documentary on about life of the African savannah. It'd be just her thing. After a few minutes of deliberation, I get up, going over to Ruth's room and gently knock on her door. Hey Ro, you up?
Yeah, no, Daddy, what is it?
Ask her to come watch TV. Just checking. Let's do it. Can I come in?
Sure!
Why don't you come and hang out with me? There's a wildlife special on. There's lions and everything just like we always used to catch. There's a few minutes of silence.
I'd rather not. I want to be alone.
Knowing when not to overstay my welcome, I wish her a good night before gently close the door and heading back to the couch. Go to sleep. Something happened to her, didn't it? Something happened. I wonder what. Never having been one for sitting around, come afternoon I treat myself to a walk. Some might think that walking is a bit of a peculiar treat, but in a city like Paris it really is. There's always something beautiful to see, something exciting to discover. I've been walking around the city virtually every day for years and it still never bores me. On the contrary, it helps dislodge the writer's block and distract me from other woes. One of the streets and spots I always come back to for is this old little street passing by the small park. The trees happen to make for a great spot to just get away from the sun on a hot day and an added bonus. Suddenly I spot an orange fuzz in the periphery, and I instinctively know it's a cat. It's funny, but things that you notice once you're actively looking for them. Well, it's either that or I've been afflicted with cat-engineered nanomachines altering my perception, which, all honesty, is a touch unlikely. Rather than fully grown cat, this one's mere kitten playing with the leaves beneath a tree. Playtime is disrupted, however, when a pedestrian tramples by, startling the little creature. After having taken cover by the tree for a while, it tentatively returns to its game, soon blissfully distracted. I'd love to join in, but I don't want to frighten it again either. Uh-oh. Well, that was a bad miss. Oh, I can do it like that! Cool. So it's better to sneak on this one, actually? If it's unaware of my presence, then surely it can't be scared, right? Whenever the kitten is distracted by display, I approach with soft, quiet steps, gradually making my approach. At a short distance away, the kitten stops, looking directly at me, which would likely indicate that it's now aware of me. I avoid looking directly at it, acting as if I don't know it's there at all. The kitten does resume playing, but it doesn't appear to be terrified or even particularly bothered by me either. I should try to build its trust. Maybe I can get across my friendliness through a casual conversation. I go on to tell the kitten about my day, the cat by the canal, my night shift at work, and about the other cat by the cafe. While facing the general direction of the cat, I don't look directly at it, trying to communicate that I'm no threat to it. I cast a quick glance at it, and the kitten is watching me carefully, but seems less withdrawn, more curious. Well, it's obviously a rather playful thought, maybe that will help me befriend it. The tree beside us has kindly enough dropped a twig on the ground that looks like it could be doable as a cat toy. Picking it up, I give it a try, drawing a figure of 8 in the air. But I've never played with a cat. Sure, it can be too complicated, but how I should go about it is still a question that needs answering. With the kitten being easily scared, I feel like it would be detrimental to be too aggressive. Instead, I start with the stick some ways off, starting slow and carefully adding speed while changing directions. The kitten's eyes are soon set on the tip of the twig and following it curiously. With the kitten's attention, I dare go closer, and as the stick passes by it swats after the stick with its paw. Another gentle swoosh of the stick and the kitten jumps in, chasing the toy to its full extent. It pounces on it and holds it down with its claws. I let it have its victory before carefully jiggling it out of its grip. The kitten's eyes are brimming with light. It is something Roselle must see. I found a free hand as I continue to start the kitten with a wig. I wish to get a hold of my phone, turn the camera on and get the picture taken. Instead of taking my leave right away, we play some more, but a group of loud youngsters started again and it scares off. I'd love to meet again. With not a small sense of pride, I relay the brilliant image to Rob. Clearly, I'm not the only one to recognize its quality.
That has to be the cutest thing I've seen in ages!
I know. Never spent as much time with cats or other critters as you have, but it's easy to see the appeal now.
They're lovely, aren't they? Such an adorable little kitten with the bell and everything. I wish I had a cat like that. It reminds me of my first one when I was a kid.
If that cat was anything like this one, it's easy to understand your obsession. I'll be home soon. I can see her beginning to type, then stop a race and type again. This goes on for a little while until the word OK shows up. A bit overwhelming maybe, but at least I roused her for a little while. Seems like I need to succeed with cats in order to get her out of the room, something like that. When I get home, I enter Rose's room. I just want to let you know I'll be visiting the bakery at lunchtime tomorrow. I need to grab a cake for Rico from work's birthday. If you want to come along, I'm sure the cat will be there.
I think I'll rather stay here. They say it's going to be very hot out tomorrow. But if you do see it, you know the rule, right?
Right. When you see a cat for a second time, you must name it. I remember. I'll head out again and go to work soon. Oh no, I don't know good names for cats. Good luck! I mean, good luck! When down by the canal, I keep an eye out for the scruffy cat, but I don't run to it again. Go to work. Work turns out like usual pretty uneventful. After some well-deserved sleep, I head out to grab that cake. To be honest, I'm more excited at the chance of seeing that cat again than to celebrate my coworker. I should get the cat something. It looks like one that would appreciate something edible. I take a quick detour to the grocery store and I quickly find myself in the small pet aisle. I have no idea what the cat likes, and the picture of the jars littered around its bed popped into my mind. Maybe they had contained something it liked, but I can't quite remember what label it had. What should I buy? Normal cat treats, olives, shrimp. Shrimp? Glass jar, glass jar. What on earth could a glass jar have that would be of interest to a cat? Probably not mushrooms, that's for sure. Some seafood perhaps. Shrimps, most likely. I can't for the life of me recall what label had been on the jar, but surely this couldn't work out too badly. Shrimp are fantastic. But just in case it doesn't enjoy the glory of shrimp, I grab a small bag of cat treats as well. When I reach the bakery, I find the cat resting in its makeshift bed yet again. Good afternoon to you, cat. The cat looks at me as if saying afternoon, all without doing very much at all in its cozy little nook. I can't ever recall seeing a living thing so visibly content with everything. Road absolutely adore this cat. As a reference, I followed her and gave it a name. Oh shit. No, this is tough. What do we know about this cat? It's definitely overweight. Likes to sleep, I assume. Is lazy. And likes snuggled, being snuggled. Actually, I mean, being scratched, but whatever. Huh. Let's name him Dog, maybe?
I don't know what are good cat names. How would I know that? Damn it!
Let's go number 1. It will be easy to remember that way. Does number 1 work for you, buddy? Number 1, half meows, half meows. That's close enough to approval for me. I wonder if it will approve my choice of a snack to the same extent. Getting the lead out of the way, I go fishing for shrimp, catching one, shaking off some of the water before handing it over to number 1. The shrimp quickly grabs attention, sniffing the food. It gives it a lick before biting, causing me to drop it. I would prefer keeping a finger, so I leave it to number 1. Number 1 devours the small crustacean and then continues to look around the bed for more. I grab another shrimp, make sure the cat sees it, and number 1 reaches out to a paw to try and grab it. I give it to the cat, but I feel inspired to try something out. I could have an opportunity here to make number 1 earn these snacks. It would actually be kind of cool if I could teach number 1 a trick. Still, what should I attempt to teach it? High five, sit pretty, talk. No. Doesn't like it. Okay. Oh, it goes from the... Ah, that sucks. Number 1. High five? Okay. Number 1 has already tapped my hand with its paw to get its snack, so I feel like the basics are there. I enclose the morsel in my hand and extend it. Number 1 sniffs my hand and tries to reach it, but when it can't, it sits down and reaches out its paw. When it touches my hand, I reward the cat with its treat. I repeat the action. Number 1 clearly, at least almost as quick thinking as spherical catches on the intricacies of tap my hand get tasty food. However, whatever is worth doing it is worth doing properly. High fives are no exception. I place another between my fingers, leaving my palm empty. Number 1 still taps it and gets the prize before waiting patiently whilst I reload with treats. This time I try to say high five before extending my hand, then removing the bounty from sight. Number 1 passes the hand again, gazing expectantly upon it, only with prize when my other hand is there rewarding it. We repeat this a number of times, and while I adapt my voice commands as much as the cat most likely just takes the visual cue, I'm very proud of the results. I pat number 1 on the head, infusing my tone with an affectionate lilt as I praise the cat. However, there are other factors considered, such as number 1 simply not liking food, and that I might end up overfeeding the little fellow. It's already overfed. I probably couldn't do any harmful. Fuck. I don't know. How would I... Oh, I can do it like this? God damn it.
I don't know anything about cats, okay? To be honest, I don't even like cats.
Seriously, the cheeks? Those puffy cheeks look fit for a good scratching. Using the tip of my finger, I gently scratch its cheek before moving to scratching just behind the jaw. No one clearly approves, a humming purr radiating from a very pleased cat. It angles its head to give me better access, and the scratching continues for a few moments before turning its head to your side, and the process is repeated. Number 1 purrs slowly grow more quiet, until it drifts off into a nap, its head resting against my hand. I was so careful and lowered its head onto a bundle of the blanket bedding, succeeding doing so without waking number 1 up. I realized that I had already spent much more time with him than I had intended. I need to pick up that cake already. Hastily I give number 1 a last pat on the head before saying goodbyes and escaping to the bakery. He's bustling with more activity than usual. When the owner scurries by, I receive the great news. Business has been going well and they were moving to a new bigger place, not too far away. I congratulate her, apologize for not having much time to chat before taking my leave, cake in hand.